Hi, Sarah Mack here from withsarahmack.com. I'm here with Potato, and I thought I wanted to give you a little behind the scenes because I'm kind of going through an interesting phase in my life and my business at the moment. And I'm leaning more into repurposing content. I'm kind of testing my edge and leaning more into batching and working with like a little bit more of a long term view because I want to take a ton of time off this summer. And if you've been following, you may know we're moving to LA at the end of July. So we're literally packing up our entire life from 4 years in New York. Um, we've got lots of like travel planned, and so there's just like a lot of life stuff happening. And my goal is to batch create a lot of content this month in June and in July so that I can be off for the most part or like significantly more than usual for August and September. Because Albors, my partner, is going to have a break after he finishes his medical residency. So we're really excited for that. I'm really excited to be spending more time with him after like barely seeing him for 4 years because he's been working like crazy. And I'm in the second launch of profitable group programs. So I've got my two core offers, which is like a big part of my business vision is to really scale these two offers. One is my mastermind, which is Freedom Club. The other is my 3-month live group coaching program, Profitable Group Programs. So I'm really working on, like I've had successful launches with both of these programs already. And this month I'm really refining and relaunching Profitable Group Programs. And then next month I'll be doing that with Freedom Club, my mastermind. So I will have all of this great content proven, like it's maybe, tens of thousands of dollars before. I know that it's good. I know that it works. I know it's a proven concept. And I'm really just refining the relaunch process. So it literally is easier and easier and easier for me to continue to launch and deliver these offers with like less demand from me behind the scenes. And I just brought on like a couple of new team members. I'm organizing everything in the back end. So it's literally going to be plug and play. So profitable group programs I launched in January for the first time. I had a 13K launch. So I just created all the content for the marketing, all the content for the actual offer from scratch. And now I have it all. So and this is, the process that I teach in depth in the program as well, is how I keep it super simple because it's so easy to make extra work that we don't actually need to be doing. So now I have all of this content from the launch. I have like my free content event topics, like all of the content to promote all of those things, like everything performed great. And I've just been rinsing and repeating that exact same launch strategy. And as I'm going through this second launch, I'm like pulling everything and just like organizing it. So by the time I launch it again, it's all going to be like even easier. And I'm also like fine tuning and tweaking as I go. So it's like a different type of launch. It's way more leaned back. It's obviously much easier for me to just repurpose stuff and to like write everything from scratch. But I'm also fine tuning it and improving it and tweaking it as I go, and which I will also be doing with the program content when I deliver it this next time around. So this is a really fun process for me, especially with like, I love having a goal, knowing that I'm just going to be having such a fun summer. I'm going to be way more leaned back and like just relaxing and, really like replenishing and restoring after like these crazy 4 years in New York with Albors's training. That has been really intense for both of us. And obviously after like moving across the country and like packing up our entire life, like just knowing that we have that just around the corner. So I've also been leaning into batching with my podcast content as well. Honestly, the easiest way for me to have done that, like I had a week last week, I don't know if you're following me, I'd scheduled to record 3 episodes in one day, which I haven't actually done before. This is like a stretch goal for me. And I woke up and I got my period on that day, and I was like, I'm just going to lie down because I can't record anything until I've rested. And that turned into like all afternoon. But what I did was I sent out a couple of messages and I lined up so many amazing guests, and I've got a ton of guest interviews booked in. And that is just like so easy and fun for me. I don't have to come up with content. I literally show up, we have an amazingly interesting conversation, and we produce awesome content. So already now with the guests that I've got booked this week and next week, I'm going to be good for like the next couple months. And obviously I'm going to create some solo shows as well. And I've been working on those behind the scenes. And my goal is to get all of that content created and to have, all of the content for this next round of profitable group programs, like everything done before we leave end of July. So my content creation load is going to be very light for the rest of the summer. It's literally just going to be like reorganizing, delegating tasks to my VAs, and like enjoying the summer and taking a break and relaxing, but still making money, still launching, still delivering with like a few calls on my calendar for the group programs, checking in with my clients like for a few minutes a day on Voxer. So I only need to be working like 2 to 3 hours a day tops. And another thing that I've been really leaning into is obviously recovering from long COVID. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a lot more energy back, which is great. It's very like subtle improvements. I've been sick since January, so it's taken a long time, but this last supplement regime that I've been taking for the past maybe like 5-6 weeks seems to have supported me a lot. And so something I've been very cognizant of is taking time to replenish my energy. And one of the things that I've leaned into in my schedule is shortening my week. So really keeping my work tasks Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then having Monday and Friday like really open to do what I want to do. Like if I have some energy and I feel inspired and I want to work on some things, then I will. Recently, I've just been like I've been like out of the house, going on adventures, going to hang out with friends, relaxing, enjoying the weather, spending time in nature. Yesterday, I drove all the way up to Boston for a summer solstice ceremony with Sarah Jenks. If you don't know her, she's amazing. So it was quite a lot of driving. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning. Like I randomly woke up early and I was like, I'm just gonna hit the road and come back. And so it's been fun. And I find when I really give myself fun adventures and, feed myself, fill up my cup with inspiration, that I perform better. Like I have more energy for my work. I get into that flow and that momentum and I get loads done and I really enjoy it. And then I put an end to my work and I'm just like really living life and enjoying, and I'm finding it's a good flow in balancing my energy. And like, yes, I'm obviously still like pretty low energy with the health stuff and with like the moving, but I'm managing it, like there's a place for everything as long as it's managed well with like a lot of intention. And there's never like too much of one thing. I find that's really key, is knowing, okay, today is the day where I'm like going a bit deeper in this part of my life. And then that, today is the day where I'm really pulling back, like really replenishing, resting. And how cool that my business gets to have that flexibility, just real intentionality with the things that are actually, produce results. And that's the great thing about having done a few launches with these offers. It's like, I know what works. I know what needs to happen. I know, if I do have a bit of extra time, and I want to amplify and add to the foundation that's already there, that's already working, I know exactly, like where to invest my time and energy that's going to work, that's going to have the reward. So I'm super excited for this next round. If you know that you have been wanting that support, to have a mirror to really reflect back to you and to do the digging and the refining of like, what is your sweet spot offer? What is the most valuable result that when you focus your messaging around that, you're going to attract the perfect types of clients for you that really will benefit the most from working with you. Really position your offer in a way that makes it easy to sell. You know how to sell it. You've locked in that messaging strategy that is calling in the right people, that's allowing you to sell at high ticket prices, that is allowing that sales process to be easy and streamlined because you're communicating it properly. And then obviously balancing that with whatever phase of life you're in and leaning into your strengths, leaning into the ways that you most enjoy connecting with people, and building relationships in your community. And yeah, finding the path of least resistance way to have the conversations that lead to sales for you, whether that's with sales calls or whether it's through, like group brainstorm sessions or free workshops, or just allowing your content to do the work for you, which, once you've tested, once you've had conversations, once you've proven that messaging, that it's actually speaking to you and calling in and attracting the right people, you can do that just with your content, which makes the sales process really easy. So I walk you through that process. You're going to get a lot of hands-on tailored support with me, with your messaging. So you're really clear on who you're actually talking to, and you're talking to them in a way that they're actually hearing you and they understand the value that they're going to get from the work that they do with you. And then I'm going to teach you my super simple, I was sick when I launched and created my this program for the first time in January. It doesn't have to take loads of time. A lot of people spend a lot of fucking time making group programs, and I don't, and I never have done. So in the program, I'm going to teach you the way that it's really mindset. It's really about focus and intentionality. So don't hit my camera, please. So I'm going to teach you my process to create, record, and deliver it in no more than 2 hours a week. And then I'm going to teach you my really simple repurposing process, so that once you've created your offer, once you've launched it, you can then reuse all of that content and continue to launch this offer for years and allow it to make you money for years in your business. So that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years, relaunching my group programs. Oh my God, you're so hairy. It's definitely molting season. So you can have freedom, so you can go on vacation and still make money and let it be easy. So if you're into it, click the link in my bio. We start on June 30th. Next 2 people to sign up are going to get a bonus one-on-one brand storytelling intensive with me. So you already get one when you join the program. So you'll have 2, which is awesome. We'll get a lot of work done in clarifying your message, and we can even write some copy together if you would like. We could write some sales page copy, even though you don't need to write a sales page in the way that I teach in the program. So yeah, we're going to keep it super basic, stay focused on the tasks that actually bring you money and bring you clients. And if you have any questions, please, of course, feel free to DM me and we can chat about if it's a good fit for you. And yeah, leave me your comments below. What did this bring up for you? Join the conversation and have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.